hear me out. Hear me out. This is very critical, important situation. Okay, it's a situation. So this is about status and rules of law. Okay, so first of all, my parents are immigrants living in Greece. Okay, now we have been prosecuted by legal authorities for about our genuine legality about their authorities. Okay, now what has happened in the process is when you prosecute someone, you basically hunt them down. That's what you're doing. So you let people immigrate because you haven't get into the country if you didn't let it happen. You didn't like stop it, right? You can send their cops that just don't allow them to pass any entry. You can do that. It's your legal right, country right, and not let people come uninvited into a country. But the problem is you lying about it. You are lying about it in the country. So what is happening is there is a king in every country. Let's say there is a kingdom, and you tell these people you are uninvited. We didn't tell you to come here. But the problem is their country is telling them, our kingdom here cannot communicate with the other kingdom because the other kingdom, like it says to us, we don't want your people. That's what it says. So the kingdom and the other kingdom don't want to invite each other over for dinner. Basically, they don't want to. So what is the kingdom? Are the kingdoms doing? The kingdoms are being suspicious of one another, and they're like, why don't you like invite us to anything? But that's not the truth. There's different things. The kingdom is saying, if you're rich, you're invited. If you're not rich, fuck off. That's what the kingdom is. That's what the king, that's the queen, that's what the prince, that's what the princess, everyone is saying that. Have money, come along, come buy things and tell us if you like it. That's what the kingdom is saying. Now the other kingdom is like it doesn't have much. It doesn't have much for its people. So it's saying we're getting poor here. We would like some help. And the kingdom is saying like we don't give a fuck. We don't care about your people. You're ugly, nasty. We don't have ways. You don't do anything right. And now the kingdom is pissed. The other poor king. The other poor king is pissed. And now immediately your kingdom is like, I can't believe that this kingdom is like nasty about me telling it the truth, telling it how it is. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make the other kingdoms hunt them down and make them even more like submit what I say, what the kingdom we say. And also your people are welcome here. Like get some of this, get the some and what you do and the people buy that because they feel like more rich somewhere. So these people just go to the the, the place where they can go in the in the country, which is not easy. It's gonna take like I don't know months. But this is how terrible it is to live in a poor country. This is how terrible it is. You just don't want to be in there forever. You want out. So, because that's how it feels. Because people are hunting them down because they don't have money. That's how it feels. So, eventually, what's gonna happen? They're gonna be filthy. They're gonna go crazy. They're gonna go nasty. They're not gonna have healthy habits. They're gonna learn with living like animals. That's gonna because everything is still hunting them down. So Albania is not in Europe. Every other country around it is in Europe. And Albania is not. So they're like very holy shit about it. And they're like completely rejected as people from other people. No one wants to go there. But they should. People are going there. People are. And it's a small, tiny country. You know. So So my father and mother thought, like, fuck that shit. We're not dealing with this shit. They no longer had communism, so like it's democracy now. We can do business. We're gonna learn shit, and we're gonna work. So they came here, and what happened is your authorities, Greece's authorities, hunt us down like animals to to see if we're legal, if we follow the rules. And I assure you, we did follow the rules. But it just so happens following the rules, you require money about it. You want money. See now how it works. We do not get to be here for free. We pay money to be here and not uninvited. Uninvited, we get to be here for free our entire lives. And you're still lying about it. You're still lying about it. Get it? You do not recognize that we pay money to be here uninvited. So what you're doing is you do not recognize that we follow the rules. You do not give us any value for that. Get it? We pay money, but for what? To be invited. But you do not value us or invite us ever. Why? So you can still hunt us down in a moment of weakness. But wait a minute. When is that a limit? Is there a limit on you prosecuting us if we break the law? So it's not really breaking the law. It's about you not respecting our human legal rights. It is fixed. If there is a kingdom, who is king, queen, and prince? We don't know. Do these people know? I think they don't. I think even your people do not know. Which kingdom is this? So you first thing you gotta do is be truthful. You gotta provide the information about what kingdom. You have to provide information about where we can like prove to you that we appreciate and that we abide to your rule as kingdom. But we do not see any kingdom. We have been blinded by your hunting us down like animals. You blind us to the truth. So if like is there a kingdom or is there not? Or are we still captive by your standard of rulership and justice? Because let's be honest, we were always innocent. People always treat us differently. That's not reason to hate us. That's a reason to give us opportunities until people can invite us. Because the ones that like us will, but they won't like us. If you keep lying about we following your rules, if you keep lying about it, and you give the idea to people that we do not, your authorities will still hunt us down and try to make us pay money to prove in the end that we do follow your rules. And that what process is that? That process is torture. So why is it torture? Because I have been 2 times in court, 10 times on illegal asylums. 10 times in your illegal, stupid, torturous asylums to poison my mind. That's punishment. That's not justice. Okay? Justice is truth. Justice is who is innocent, who is guilty, who is doing good by rule, and who is doing bad by rule. And what happened is people that translate papers, you restrict them their right to translate. You restrict them the right to translate properly. So what you do, you scar us, you scar our name and our blood into an ID, lying about we are unwelcome here. While we pay money to follow your rules, and we still don't know by who makes these rules. I have been born here, and you tell me I'm unwelcome, and I'm still uninvited, and you just admit it. There's a special procedure that proves what? That it's not your right to hunt us down and arrest us because we didn't get invited. You let us in. You let us in the first place. Why? To pay money for your what? Justice. It's not justice. It is torture. So eventually, what we're gonna do? We're gonna have to leave this place. But the problem is, I have been born here. And my country is going to say, you were born in your country. So what you have done, you have caused an illegal prosecuting system to torture your kids. So that's what you're doing. And it's taking too long to say the truth. So what is really happening? You have abandoned human civilization. That's what you have done. You, whatever you said to other country, now you became that country, which is nasty, bad, filthy, inappropriate. Because who are you to judge? People. You are people. So how do you judge people? You do not judge because you're going to be judged. And now you have to admit and submit in your justice, which is not just. So because there is no kingdom with rule, with no just criticism. That's just a broken kingdom. That's a broken kingdom. And you have personal family issues. I understand. Because your personal family issues, you were all the time thinking, we cannot have this family for dinner. And we're telling you, we do not care. We just need our time, like away from you, because you do not like us. And you're still mad about it. You're still angry about it. But I'm telling you, stop being mad and angry. Because if you're mad and angry and it's your kingdom and we do not know about it, your anger and sadness and dislike is going to be all over our heads. It's going to be all over our heads. And what's going to happen is we are going to be exactly like that. Because it's your rule. It's yours rule. And we are not considered equal by your rules and your standards. So what you have done is provided no justice about this. That's what you have done. And what you have done, you have wasted all of our life. That's by letting us in. And what the justice is, you pay us money for our inconvenience. That's what needs to happen. You need to apologize. That's what you need to do. And you need to be truthful about it. You need to say the truth that, hey, it was me, king, this is queen. We do not like you. We do not wanted you here. We think you're the problem. Maybe it's our mistake. Maybe we just have had enough of people. And we're going to say, thank you, but I don't care right now. I just want my peace, my freedom out of this shithole. And you can have the opportunity to be graceful as kingdom. Because you messed with blood. That's what you did. You messed with blood. Because in God's kingdom, every peep comes from one blood, one race, one racial blood. The whatever ancestors we were one family. It doesn't matter which one, what story and background. It doesn't matter. What matters is you treat us like family. But we cannot treat you like family when you're like older than us, lazier than us, more angrier than us, more nasty than us, more unhealthy than us, and all we can do is be like you. Because you do not let me be evolved. You not let me be more. You're telling me, no, we need you down there so we can hunt you down in case you break the rules. So what you have done is caused me to suffer for no other reason uh, except your egoistic pride. And pride is not a virtue. Pride is a flaw. And that's why your country is still in vice criteria. And you're telling me go work. But you haven't resolved this mess. I have done everything your people tell me. And I have given every money there is. And you still ruin my work. Ruin my work because you tell me, no, be filthy. Be messy, like your family down there. You look like you view them like animals. So that's what you get. That's what you get. You view us like animals, but I have seen your people. They're more animalistic. They're more beastful and more viceful than us because you let them. You let them be. Me, you do not let me be. So what is going to happen? You need to make up your mind. You need to make up your mind and realize time is now. My time is important. My time. You need to realize that. And you need to let me be wherever I want to go, to follow any procedure. And everybody else needs to do the same. That's what you need to do. And you need to teach your peoples the same ways. No nasty. No more than enough. Enough is enough. You need to be fair now. You need to be just. You need to be equal now. Equal. Because even if you are in a kingdom and in a rule, if you mistreated us, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get mistreated. But if you're just and fair, all that will be able in a different process. well, you can treat us better. And then guess what happens? If you treat us better, what will happen? We'll treat you better. That's how it goes. Your rule, your first move. That's how it goes. So whatever I do here is just a reflection of your actions. Get it? That's all I have wanted to say. Don't mess with power, and power don't mess with your people or with your neighbor.